Have you ever had the feeling that you were meant for something more, but you can't quite remember what it is? Like there is a deeper truth about who you are, just beyond the age of your awareness? And what if that feeling isn't random? What if it's a memory, a buried one? What if before you were born, you knew exactly who you were, and this life is a kind of forgetting? This is the idea of cosmic amnesia. The theory that consciousness forgets its true origin when it enters human form. Cosmic amnesia is the belief that we are not just bodies, not just personalities, not just names and histories. We are something greater, consciousness itself. But when we incarnate into physical life, we forget. We forget where we came from, we forget what we are, we forget why we are here, and life becomes a journey of remembering. This idea isn't new. Ancient traditions hinted at it thousands of years ago. In Gnosticism, humans were described as divine sparks trapped in a material world, asleep to their true nature. In Advaita Vedanta, the self, Atman, is said to be identical with ultimate reality, Brahman, but ignorance creates the illusion of separation. And in certain interpretations of the Tibetan Book of the Dead, consciousness passes through states after death where recognition determines liberation. Across cultures, the theme repeats. You forget, and your task is to remember. Here is the deeper question. Why would a soul or consciousness choose to forget? Some traditions suggest because limitation creates experience. If you remembered you were infinite, eternal, untouchable, fear wouldn't feel real, loss wouldn't feel real, growth wouldn't feel real. For life to feel meaningful, the forgetting has to be convincing. Cosmic amnesia may be the price of immersion. Mystics sometimes describe something called the veil, a filter that blocks access to ultimate memory. Modern metaphysical texts like the Law of One describe this veil as intentional, a mechanism that allows genuine choice and evolution. Without forgetting, there would be no authentic discovery, no surprises, no courage, no faith. You would already know the ending. But let's step away from mysticism for a moment. What if cosmic amnesia isn't literal? What if it's psychological? As children, we are spontaneous, imaginative, curious. Then conditioning begins. Society tells us who to be, what matters, what success looks like, what is realistic. Slowly, we forget our original nature. Not because we come from stars, but because we are shaped by expectation. Maybe cosmic amnesia is the loss of authenticity. Have you ever felt homesick without knowing where home is? Felt like Earth is familiar but not fully yours? Felt like you are playing a role instead of being yourself? That subtle sense of misplacement could be existential, or it could be a signal that your current identity isn't your deepest one. Longing might not be for another world, it might be for your unfiltered self. Even modern ideas mirror this theme. Simulation theory suggests reality may not be base level existence. Psychology suggests that the ego is a constructed narrative. Neuroscience shows that your sense of self is a constantly updating prediction. In other words, the you think you are might not be the ultimate you, and something deeper might be watching through your eyes. So, how do you remember? Not through magic, but through awareness. Moments like deep meditation, creative flow, awe in nature, intense love, ego dissolution. In these moments, the boundaries soften. You feel expanded, connected, whole, as if something ancient inside you whispers, this is closer to the truth. Maybe cosmic amnesia isn't about souls falling into matter, maybe it's about potential falling into fear. Maybe remembering isn't mystical. Maybe it's reclaiming curiosity, questioning assumptions, shedding inherited beliefs, choosing consciously. Maybe awakening is simply becoming fully aware. So here is the real question now. If you forget who you were, what would help you remember? Silence, courage, honesty, stillness? Whether cosmic amnesia is literal or symbolic, the invitation is the same. Look beyond the surface of your identity. Maybe you are not lost, maybe you are just remembering slowly.